I thought I was going to make a video about the history of predictions of the end of the world, but then I realized there's actually predictions right now. They're countdowns, they're doomsday clocks, right on the internet. So I found this one, and then this one, and this one, and this one. Like, I just found so many of them that I thought I have to make a video just about these. There were really three that caught my eye the most. The other two that I think I found were basically the same, or like different versions of the ones I found. This is the first one I found. It's basically just a countdown. It says it's been going for about 78 years, and it's at about 78 years right now, before the end of the world. But what I found interesting about this one is that you can choose to like add or subtract 85 seconds. And I find that interesting because that makes the prediction basically useless. I mean, yeah, it's like reflects how people feel, but it's still kind of useless. But it is kind of interesting to think about the fact that people actually like put their opinions in. And it's really just like a crowdsourced place to see what everyone thinks that the end of the world is going to be. So I found that one interesting because it's a unique way of looking at it. But the next one I found was a completely different story. It was a completely different perspective. It was from the climate change perspective. And I found a couple of these where it just counts down till the end of the world. There was even one I found about like the extinction of animals, specific animals. And it was like saying if these ones will get extinct at different times. So that was kind of a different angle I saw, but that one was interesting because really it's a thought of like what specific thing is going to end the world. It's like a real like trying to get a guess out there. But the last one was one that you probably have heard of. They moved it down to the 85 seconds before the end of the world. I mean, this is like more political, and this is the real doomsday clock, the one that's more symbolic than anything. It's just a speculation about the times that we're in right now and the global problems we're having with, say, like the war in Iran brings down the numbers a little bit. So this one adds to the conversation because I think this one proves more than any of the others the true reason why we even make any of them. And it's almost a historical artifact because it's been going since like before the Cold War, and the world hasn't ended yet. It's been through all those times and the world hasn't ended. So really, like, what's even the point of it? Thinking about this last one, I immediately come back to the thoughts of the historical ones, like the Mayans predicting 2012 being the end of the world, or even Isaac Newton's predictions on when the world was going to end. He said something around 2060. I think the Doomsday Clock kind of represents all of them as a whole, like just all of history predictions of the end of the world. It kind of encapsulates like what they mean to humanity. And I think what it really is that people want to guess. They want to try and get the end of the world. They want to try to know when the end of the world is. And I don't think it's actually about like if it's going to happen. I think it's really just the fact that we need to see like why it's going to happen. We need to see like what's the reason for it. You know, there's been a lot of religious guesses in history, and I think the Mayans were part of the religious group. So I'll just use them as the example. Like say they went for 2012, which is an extremely long time in like the possible history or future of the world. So why would like you guess in such a small amount of time? Most likely that's because really it's just like they wanted a reason for it to end, because you kind of want to be able to guess like what the end of the world is, because humans want to see what that end point is. They want to know if they're going to see it. It's kind of about like the fear of missing out. Just the fear of missing out on what the future is, what the future holds, and the like possibility that you just die alone. Not everyone in the world at once die. You die alone because you most likely are the only person in your area that's gonna die at whenever your life ends. So people, I think, want to guess, try to see if they're going to be part of the group that is at the end of the world. I don't know if any of that made sense, but I was just thinking about this. So, bye.